Hello and welcome to episode 159, and this video is an annual event, one that quite a few people look forward to, and that is the annual YouTube Blogger Social 2018. Don't have 2018 every year obviously, just it is 2018 now. So this is a good one this year, much better than last year. Probably it's going to be the best one yet. Two reasons. First reason is we're on an epic venue, and that is Nash Royston Lakes. It's a open access water that anyone can come and book. Carl and Alex have secured us this venue for the weekend, and first time I've been here, absolutely epic venue. It's been quite well publicised and documented since I've opened it. It's a cracking little water. It's about 5 acres in size. The other reason why this is going to be a good one is that we've got the biggest collection of sort of well-known YouTube bloggers we've had at a social yet. So with Carl and Alex aren't here yet, but they will be here. And Dan Jones, Cut Course and Swansea, myself. I'm next to Mafty UK. On my right, on my left, I've got Martin's Angling Adventures. We've got John, Bankside Blogger. We've got Fenland Fisherman, George, Nothing But Fishing. The iPhone carpers were due to be here, but unfortunately work commitments has meant they've had to drop out. We've got the fishing bloggers. I can't remember where they are. We've got the Sweet Corn Kid. Basically quite a host of well-known YouTube carping bloggers, so it should be quite a good event. We've already kind of done the draw. I'm in my peg. I was going to pair up with Mafty UK on my right hand side, but the peg that Matt drew was a bit of a tiny one.
Sorry about that.
So, and it was only big enough for one person to fit in. It's called Tucked Away, and it really is tucked away, just big enough for one person to be in. The swim I'm in is called Long Chuck. It didn't actually come out in the draw, so I've kind of moved up one and taken this peg. And it works out well really, because I've got Martin's Angling Adventures to my left, and I've got a good view of quite a few of the other bloggers. There's only a couple of swims from here I can't actually see. So that's where we are up to now. We're still waiting for a few people to turn up. But, right. Sounds like someone's casting out a marker rod already. Right, anyway, I am waffling. I haven't got any kit out yet, so I've got yet to get organised. So, as per usual, let's go fishing for the annual YouTube Blogger Social. And guys, so been doing a very slow setup. No need to rush. As anyone who's seen these socials in the past will know, it is all about the social aspect rather than the fishing side of it. So not really rushed to get set up. We're going to cast in at 12 o'clock, which is in about half an hour's time. Oh, I'm leaning on a stone. So I've got the bivvy up. The rods are resting on the alarms, but there's no rigs or anything on them yet. So what I've got out in front of me, as I said, I'm in a swim called Long Chuck. Even though it's called Long Chuck, there's no real long chucking to be done. The lake, I believe, is about 4.5 acres, something like that. And in this particular swim, I reckon I've maybe got about probably 10 wraps I can do. But before started this session, as you do a little bit of research on a venue that you're about to visit for the first time, and overwhelmingly most of the information that was given to me was all about the margins. Apparently it's quite deep out in the middle, 20-25 foot in places, with the odd bar, the odd plateau. I've got no bars or plateaus in my swim, so I've done a little bit of leading around, and literally right off the rod tip straight down I've got 7-8 foot, and that is off the rod tip. So I'm probably going to fish one rod out in front of me. I'm not going to go far. I'll probably just underarm plop it, to be fair, as far as it would go, maybe 4 or 5 rod lengths. And then, as you can see behind me, I've got a nice little marginal tree. It overhangs nicely with a little kind of alcove in the branches, as you can maybe see. And I'm going to put my left rod under that tree, so I'm probably relying on that rod more as a nighttime bite, because the pathway goes alongside that tree to Martin's Swim, and being social, it's going to disturb the swim, sort of walking up and down that pathway. So sort of I'm more relying on that rod as being the night rod if it's going to do anything, and then the rod I put out into open water to catch anything in the daylight hours. So that's what I've got so far in front of me. I'm going to put a little bit of bait out in a minute, just to prep mainly the margin swim, try and get some fish at least kind of homing in onto my area. Chuck a little bit of bait out with my catapult, because that's all I'm going to need to bait up with distance wise on the open water rod. And then get some rigs out in a minute, and so by the time I've done that, it'll probably be ready to actually cast out. Right then guys, so you've just seen me bait up that the margin rod that I just previously mentioned in the last little clip. As I said before I come to the venue, a little bit of research and the small amount of information I could gain with that sort of boilies and pellets, pretty much the way to go on this venue. So that's exactly what I've brought with me. Popped to Inders in the week, and I've got a mix of 12mm boilie and some pellets. I'll give you a little bit of a close up. So I've got the Mystic Plum from Hinders, which is a stabilised bait. There's no preservatives in it. Yeah, it doesn't need to be freezed because of the way it's been made. And then you can see I've got some pellets which are elliptical in shape, and these are the Hinders flats that they're called. So so that's the baiting strategy, just a mix of 12 millers and the flats pellets. And a few days ago I've glugged a hole up in some Mystic Plum glug as well to give them an extra boost of flavour. So and they do smell really nice actually. So that's the baiting plan. Just need to put some out on the open water rod now. Like I said, the range I'm going to fish at is going to be catapult range, so there's going to be no spods or anything needed for this session. I'm not going to fish far out. And that's pretty much it. Right guys, so I haven't even got my rods out yet, and it appears the first fish of the social has been hooked. I don't actually know his name. I'm not sure who that is, to be fair, but yeah, he's in, so it's a good sign. Fish are biting. Good evening, guys. As you've probably noticed from lack of fish footage, fishing's been a bit quiet. The guy I showed you sort of playing a fish earlier on, apparently his name's Lawrence, and if you're watching this, Lawrence, I must admit, I've got to admit I haven't seen your YouTube channel, because I understand it's mostly river fishing, and where I don't do river fishing, that's not the kind of blogs I look out for. But anyway, so yeah, Lawrence has had a second fish after that one we saw him playing earlier on. Apparently the first one was an 18-pounder and the second one was a 25-pounder. I actually missed that one because I was having a bit of an afternoon kip. About 10 minutes ago, Martin to my left had a fish on an 8-foot zig, and unfortunately just before the net it kind of done a bit of a dive and a roll and unfortunately spat the hook. But one of the rules about this venue is that it's a barbless hook venue, and when the fish are sort of ducking, diving and rolling, that's one of the drawbacks, that you will lose fish on a barbless hook rule when they're trying their best to get away. Apart from that, I don't think there's been any other action on the lake yet, certainly not in my swim. I've just got some chips on the go in the old Ridge Monkey. Not doing a few like oven fries, but if you cook them slowly enough in the Ridge Monkey, then they turn out all right. They tomorrow night don't have to cook because we got the barbecue element of the social tomorrow evening. Yeah, it's all been quiet so far. At some point I will wander around and chat to everyone, introduce you to everyone who is fishing the social, whether you know them or not. I'll go and say hello to everyone anyway, so you can get to meet them if you don't know them. Yeah, that's about it so far. Obviously no action in my swim. Before it gets dark I'll put some fresh hook baits on, just to, you know, top up the freshness of the bait basically. Right then guys, it's about 8 o'clock in the evening now. Still very quiet on this side of the lake, well, particularly my swim. Nothing's happened, so I'm just about to put the rods back out again for for the evening and just wound them in, just basically so I can put a fresh bait on. So while I've got one of my rigs in hand, I'll show you how this rod's fishing. This is the rod I'm fishing out in open water. So we are fishing with tungsten rig tubing, about 18 inches long. Leaders are completely banned on this venue. No leaders of whatsoever are allowed. Lead clip system. This is an old chalk pit, and the bottom of this lake is quite kind of white and sort of creamy in colour, and the nearest leads I've got to match that are kind of my old gravel pit leads I had, so that's why I've got that on. And then I've got basically it's a slip D rig. In fact, if I pull it out there you go, I've got a slip D rig with a dumbbell wafter on. It's one of the Mystic Plum from Hinders. And then, as you can see, I've just got a PVA stick just for the cast, and a bit of obviously added attraction for when it's in the water. So yeah, that's my right hand rod. I've got a slightly different setup on my left hand rod. I'll show you that one tomorrow, because I need to put that one back out soon before it gets too dark. But it's the tubing lead clip system is exactly the same, but it's a slip, not a slip D, a IQD rig on the other rod. So we'll have a look at that one tomorrow. Tied up slightly differently to how most IQD rigs are tied up. But yeah, they're coming back a little bit silty smelling as well. Nothing too major. I've had worse smelling silt on other venues. Right, let's get it in the lake, and at least I know I'm fishing on fresh hook baits for the night. Oh, good morning guys, and I've just come over to say hello to Martin. As I come over, he handed me his receiver and said, I've got to go and use the loo, I'll be back in a minute. And as he was about half a dozen footsteps away, his left hand rod went tearing off. For me, it was a bit of a quiet night. I did have a bit of a on my left hand rod that's under the tree to my left, and then the bobbin settled back down and nothing happened after that.
Get in that net.
Oh, he didn't like the look of that net, did he?
Did he not? No chance. He literally got his nose on the net cord, and then that was it. Come on. Get in there. Get in.
Nice one.
Is yours this time, mate?
Come on.
Redemption after yesterday's loss.
Yeah. 8'6" seems to be the one.
Right, you know what I'm doing next?
Oh, just leave him down there, mate, because I've got a sort of camera out there now.
Yeah, it's done it on my, we got the same cameras, it's done it on mine.
So I was recording, then I'll flip the screen round so I can see what I'm doing, please.
Hang on, just need to come back with a bit.
Don't matter if there's only a little bit around me. Yeah, nice one. So finally, got up this morning, fish boshing out in the middle of the lake, and after an uneventful night on the solid bags, obviously only one thing to do, wham a couple of zigs out to the middle again. Had an 8-foot one, still made up from yesterday's session, and I thought, well, the fish have been boshing out, you know, 3-4 times in the same spot. Quickly done a sort of 15-footer as well, and wham that out to the middle. And yeah, just about to go and pop to the toilet. So literally handed Fen on my receiver, said hold that for 2 minutes, and I was running back again, and this sort of scamp was making away with my black zig foam. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can nick a few more today, make up for the ones that I dropped yesterday. but happy days, off the mark. I know a few more guys around the other end, on the end of the wind, have also had fish on zigs, so it seems to be the tactic for today, so I'm definitely going to be sticking at it. But yeah, let's hope there's more to come.
Oh. How dare you call such a beautiful fish a scamp. Don't you?
Right guys, so as you join me, I'm just about to tie up some zigs. We just saw Martin had a fish, and from what I've learnt now this morning, there's been a few other fish that's come out this morning as well, all on zigs. The fishing bloggers, Sean and you, have had a couple of fish in quick succession on zigs. Dan Jones, across the way from me, more or less opposite, he has had a fish this morning, but I don't know what on. I've seen Martin, I can't remember if I've mentioned it, but he lost a fish yesterday which was hooked on a zig. So it seems all the fish, or if not most of the fish that are getting caught or hooked at the moment on zig, so it'd be stupid to ignore that. So yeah, I'm going to tie up some zigs. I don't need to do the depth because I know Martin, just in the next swim, had his deeper out yesterday, and he found about 20 foot of water out in front of us. So and I know he's hooked but landed 2 fish on 8 foot zig, so basically that's what I'm going to go for. I'm just going to copy that length basically. So well, I'll probably do one a bit longer, so I'll do one at 8 foot, which I know Martin has caught on. Then I'll probably do one at maybe 10 foot, and then that gives me the option to cut it down and make it a bit shorter if I need to. So, oh, wasp. So, right, I'm going to crack on and do this, and then hopefully it'll turn my fortunes around. Right guys, so I've just finished tying up 2 zig rigs. I've done an 8 footer and a 10 footer. As I said, I was going to basically just mimicking what everyone else has done, what they've been catching on. So my first zig, going to use the Fox zigger liners. This one, as you can see, I've done a red zigger liner with a bit of black foam. And my second one, same tackle again, only this time I've gone all black. You can see, black zigger liner, black foam. As you can probably tell, barbless hook is a barbless venue, this one. And then before I cast these out, I'm going to give them a good if I can get it in the bottle. There we go. The older beetling. This one is the Tutti Frutti. There we go. Nice soak in a beetling. Just give it a bit of extra kick. Right, just got to wind in my other rigs now, and then we're ready to cast out on what seems to be the rig that's actually doing it.
Come up that water so quickly and it goes slack, you just can't fucking tell. Tell me when you press record, mate.
Recording.
Oh, so as you would have seen just then, I was trying to give you an intro into the morning, and the left-hander again has absolutely rattled off that 8 foot zig, and absolute one toner peeled off again. And my backside is trembling. No pressure. But yeah, I can't believe it. Literally doing the intro to the session. How the morning's gone. Now he's trying to get me under this tree. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Your floss dancing, Will.
Don't even know how you do it, but it's something like that.
And dab.
Right, so as I was rudely interrupted trying to give you that little morning introduction about what's been going on, etc., and you know what I've seen after waking up and stuff, yeah, as you would have seen, I chucked the camera down because the left-hander has rattled off again. Again, the 8-foot zig just cast out directly in front, 40-50 yards, and yeah, got another pretty little mirror in the net. This time made a little change.
Another one?
Yeah.
What was the first one pretty then?
Made a little change to me setup because last time you may have noticed that the lead didn't come off, even though the tail rubber was only just slightly nicked on the first little lip. So done away with the back end of the tail rubber for the lead clip and just PVA taped the lead on, because with zigs, light gear and obviously smaller fish, they thrash around a lot and stuff like that, and that may well have been the problem when I lost that first fish. Luckily I managed to land the second, so that was my little change in tactic, but I'll talk you all through that a little bit later on and how I'm tying my zigs and what I'm doing exactly. But this is the culprit of that second take. Again, probably mid, you know, it's a double anyway, put it that way, but nice long lean fish, great little scrap out at 40-50 yards. In 20 foot of water they come up and down so quickly you think that you've lost them, because you know it goes all slack for a second until you reel back down into it. And like I say, these little ones are pretty mad, to be fair. But yeah, look at him, cool little character, some nice little scales on him, but more than good sport on fishing zigs, which is something that I don't normally do, to be fair. So we're gonna grab some photos quickly, slip him back and wang these zigs back out. But first I've got to go on the scrounge for some more black foam. Don't help with the water level being down as well by the looks of it. Cheers, buddy.
So disappear so quick where it's so deep.
Yeah.
And guys, those zigs I showed you I tied up and now out in the water. I've wrapped up a massive 20 wraps. It's not a real 20 wraps though, because the swims are quite small. I've put my distance sticks at 6 foot apart, so I'm doing 20 6-foot wraps, so that's 40 yards. I think that's about the range Martin was catching at. We've seen him catch 2 now, so basically, yeah, I've just mimicked that, because if he's catching just to mimic them along, 8-foot zigs, 40 yards out, it'd just be a fool to myself not to sort of copy that, really. The only thing I am going to do, though I haven't seen anyone do yet who's got zigs out, is I'm going to put some sloppy spod mix out. Got the Hinders nut sludge here. For those of you that are sloppy spodders, I'm sure it doesn't need any introduction, but it is basically a cloud mix for spodding over zigs. So just gonna sort of make a bit up now and see how we go. I won't make it all in case the tactic doesn't work, so I don't actually waste too much, but this stuff is sloppy. And that's still a bit thick, to be fair, that. So get in all the corners, make sure it's no dry bits left. And that pretty much is about how you want it. So we'll give it a go. We'll do a few spods over each cast, over each rod, and then let's see how it goes. Might work, might not. Got nothing to lose by not trying. Shoddy camera work here.
They're on 6 as well, aren't they? Maybe I need to wham them out a bit more. It's come out, it's come off.
Oh no!
Damn it.
It's from us.
Oh no!
No, not cool.
Never mind, George.
Done the same as me.
Maybe next time.
Sorry, mate.
Who's lost the fish?
Right,
George.
There's loads of cameras around the fish.
come on, mate. George had a roach.
No rush, mate.
Yeah, did you have a roach on the zig?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I had one as well.
Yeah, mate. 8 foot zig.
Mine
Roach.
was over a bloody pound in the zig.
The chicken's burning, mate.
Is it?
Should say food's ready if you want to go.
I would like to say the pressure's on a bit. But the pressure's on a bit.
Hang on, so yeah, Hugh's in. How many cameras are on, Hugh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No pressure at all, mate.
Chris, you've
7.
excelled at your counting ability since last year. 7 cameras.
I learnt to use my second hand.
You've got 12 fingers from spinning, ain't you?
No, they're webbed.
We'll count as 1. Uni finger.
I
reckon combined we can make a really good. Has anyone got a drone they can stick over his head?
Oh, I think I know where he
Yeah, I have actually.
is. He's probably
That'd be good to film it from above.
Everyone gets a
Yeah, it's a drone coming back. Seven, 9.
They're like twins, don't they?
What? Give it to me so we can see the fish.
No.
Edward, want to see a fish?
Oh, I loved it. That's brilliant.
11.
I didn't quite have the same effect, did it?
Yeah.
Everyone get a bit of dorsal.
Look this way for a second.
He caught split dorsal.
No way.
Look this way.
Yes. Big goat, big goat. What I want to do is do it.
Who's going to take the big group
I
shot?
can stick mine on if you want, wide angle.
Yeah, good idea. I trust you with filming.
Thanks, Carl.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you exposed to us and we went together. Right, shall I get in? Yeah. Go! Get it up.
Got the pan.
Get her up. Get her up, matey! Right, everyone piss off.
Should we do a video as well of that?
Yeah. Oh.
Should we all shout something out at the same time?
Yeah, that would be a shame. Joe's like the annoying mum that makes everyone get photos.
Just so
It'd be good for the photo book.
How about just 2018 Blogger Social?
Show your grandchildren this one.
Should we count it down?
Count it down.
3, 2, 1.
2018 Blogger Social.
Welcome to the 2018 Blogger Badge.
That was great.
Doing the welcome as well?
Hello! Right, barbecue.
So, George, can you do that again for effect?
Pretend's coming out. He'll CGI it in
pretend?
later.
Ready?
Yeah. Well done on that Michelin-starred barbecuing.
Thank you. Ramsey, eat your fucking heart out.
I'm not enjoying this stress.
How's the charcoal barbecue doing?
Ready for bed.
Yeah. Any minute was. Oh man, there's some wires there. Reminds me of that robot noise.
YouTube bloggers 2018, hope you all had a great time. Hopefully, those of us that are blanking, there's one I've missed. Those of us that are blanking, the catch them tonight.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
You are a true friend of the crowd.
Carry on.
Right guys, while we're in the social area, I'm going to have a bit of a walk round and sort of chat to sort of everyone who's here, just to get everyone to kind of say hello basically. So there's quite a few people here, as you've already seen. Certainly a lot more people than what we had here from last year. So, right, first person I come to, we've seen before. Tell us your name.
Let me just consider.
Oh, Matt.
Matt, channel name.
Mafty UK.
And your favourite sandwich.
Favourite sandwich? Tuna.
Oh, good sandwich.
Chicken.
Good.
No.
No.
Controversial.
Right. Well, we'll say hello to Carl. What's your name?
My name's not Alex. Just to correct like 1,000 people every week.
Yeah. Right. And I don't think you really need to introduce your channel, but what is your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel is Colin Alex Fishing. Me and my bro.
And favourite piece of tackle?
Favourite piece of tackle? Probably my... Oh guys, come on. Let's be grown-ups here.
Mine is my old boy.
I don't know actually. Probably my 6-foot scope sawn off. Because it's like a telescopic little rod, and I can take it everywhere.
Yeah, that's enough. Feel it.
Only RRP only 89.99.
What on nash.co.uk or so?
Pretty much.
Right, moving along.
Sticky meat here.
So what's your name, George?
Do you remember my YouTube channel name, Chris?
Fenland Fisher.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I was about to ask you that. What's your channel name?
I used to be, I am still the Fenland Fisherman, but I haven't been out in about a year.
And when was the last time you uploaded a video?
About a year ago.
That's rubbish. Moving on.
Just rinsing him.
Next we have, well we've seen Martin before, but YouTube channel name?
Martin's Angling Adventures.
And beef or pork?
Got to be a bit of beef. I do love a good pork in though.
And conveniently, we have our next person here.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Say hello, John, and what is your name?
Hi, John. What is my name?
YouTube channel name?
Vangside Vlogger.
100%.
And how many fish have you caught?
2.
2 more than me.
Yeah, 2 lost 1.
Right, moving on.
Sorry.
Valium's horse frank as well. Like Ket.
Hi, Alex.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry.
Tell us your name.
Yeah.
No.
And YouTube channel name?
Alex and Alex Fishing.
Alex and
And what's your favourite piece of tackle?
That's me.
Rod.
My big rod.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Say hello, Mike.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Mike. Mike Wickens.
YouTube channel name?
I don't have one.
And why not?
Because I'm not really into this whole media thing anymore. I'm just a lonely fish farmer.
Cows or sheep?
didn't ask me that question.
What, to eat or to farm?
Anything. What's your favourite between the two?
Well, I know quite a bit about sheep farming, not a lot about cattle, so I go sheep.
Right. We spoke to Dobby already.
Asking about my sheep or cow question.
Cow, they're sheep.
Go and ask Dan, I know his fucking
we know enough about you. Right.
Not because of the video, because I was dead tired. I was like, my eyes were getting heavy.
Can I interrupt?
Hello.
Right. Name.
Stuart.
YouTube channel name.
The Sweet Corn Kid.
And your favourite sandwich.
Prawn mayonnaise.
Nice sandwich.
Really? Yeah, it's quick fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like, I didn't have time to think about it. Maybe thinly sliced Chateaubriand with a little bit of Dijon mustard.
Not an apple crumble and fish.
Hi. Apple crumble and fish is great, actually.
That ain't a sandwich.
I
though, is
invented it.
Yes.
Right. Let's move around. Right. Oh, and conveniently they are together. So names, guys.
Sean. Thank you.
Channel name.
The Fishing Bloggers.
Your favourite piece of fishing tackle.
Claw rig, the claw hook, probably. Yeah, claw hook. At the moment, yeah. Good one.
Good answer. Right. And where's everyone else? Where? Well then guys, there are a couple more here, but I don't actually know where they are. Uh-oh. Choo-choo! Right, we do have a few more people here, I don't know where they are, but I'll leave it there. So yeah, that's a bit of a chat to everyone that's here. The other people that are here, you know before, Dan Cup calls us Swansea, nothing but fishing, they're here somewhere. Right then guys, I have to be a bit quiet because it's a bit late now. It's just coming up to midnight, and my part of the social is only just finished, and just back in my swim now. Just put the rods back out, so yeah. I think most people are pretty much asleep now, which is why I'm talking quietly and got the red light on. But so yeah, so the rods are back out now for the night. Social was absolutely brilliant as per usual, as it is every year. But time for me to get my head down now and get some sleep. Good night. Well, good morning guys, and unfortunately it's been another quiet night. After the social, which was quite a long one this year, come back, put the rods out. And as you can probably see, we were fishing on 2 rods, but after the social, because I hadn't caught anything, thought sod it, I'm putting out the 3rd rod to give myself that extra bit of chance. But it seems to have made no difference whatsoever. Those 2 rods are still fishing on zig rigs, 8 foot and 10 foot, and then this rod, where I showed you I was fishing under the tree at the start of the session. An old boy that knows the lake very well, they call him the captain, advised me to fish on the outside of the tree rather than under the tree, and so that's what I done last night when I put the rods back out. Before we went to the social, I put some bait on the end of the tree as well, and well, obviously by the lack of fishy action, it's made no difference. There's still a few people that's also blanking, so and at this stage of the morning, still early yet, I've got no idea how anyone else on the lake has done. but at this rate it looks like it's going to be my first blank during a YouTube blogger social. But still a few hours to go yet. Right then guys, that is me done now. It isn't officially finished time yet, but I've had absolutely no action in this swim whatsoever, so I've kind of wound in a couple of hours early. I just felt like, oh, I've been flogging a dead horse in this swim, seen absolutely no action. I've copied what other people have been doing in kind of that I've been catching on the lake, you know, zigs and margins and what have you. I've done exactly the same and I've had absolutely no joy whatsoever, so leaving me rods out for the last 2 hours or so, I feel I'm just wasting the time, so I've packed up. We got the presentation next, you know, just to award the trophy that I won last year to the person who has the biggest fish. So that's it, unless you want to watch the presentation that will follow this. That's it. So you'll join me on the next video where I'll be down at Coking Farm with me mate Wayne for 72 hours. Till then, tight lines and enjoy the presentation if you watch it.
Well, I'm not sure what number we've come to the end of the Flores match here. You've already enjoyed yourself, and Anna's very custom, not everyone has staked in the sources one. But it's been a very good, enjoyable trip. Everyone has, not everyone did. First year they did. But Chris, you won last year. Have you treasured it throughout the year?
I have polished it every day, I've looked at it every day, I've kissed it every day, and it has been the pride of place on my mantelpiece at home.
Can I have it now, please?
No, because you didn't win.
Oh, you can hand it straight over then. Lawrence, congratulations on your PB on winning the match.
Well done.
Well done, mate. Thank you very much. There you are. Hold on to that until next year. You've got to get it engraved yourself.
That means you've got to come back next year now.
That's not a problem. Right, hope everyone enjoyed it.
Cheers, George.
See you
Cheers,
next
Jeremy.
year. No worries.
Meet you all, lads.
And, see you again next time.
Bye.
2019, let's go fishing.
Woo!
Mine didn't record, can we do it again?